Shalom Haverim. I am so excited because this week is one of my favorite holidays, which is the holiday of Passover. So I wanted to spend some time discussing one of the really important pieces of the holiday of Passover, which is the 4 questions. We ask 4 questions on Passover, all about different elements, all about different pieces of our Passover Seder, of our Passover ritual meal. So the first question we ask is, why do we eat matzah? This flat bread. Why do we eat matzah on Passover? And the reason given is that when the Jews were slaves in Egypt a really, really long time ago, the Pharaoh, the king at the time, agreed that they could go free. And when he agreed that they could go free, the Jews were very, very nervous that he would change his mind because he'd already changed his mind several times. So they gathered everything as quickly as they could. They packed it all up and they mixed the ingredients together for bread, but they didn't have time for it to rise. So they put it on their backs as they walked out of Egypt, and it baked in the sun and became these flat pieces called matzah. So we eat matzah on Passover because our ancestors are the Jews that lived a long, long time ago, had to leave Egypt really quickly. The second question is, why do we eat bitter herbs? Now, why would we want to eat something that tastes really, really bitter and is really hard to eat? The reason we do is because it reminds us of how hard it was to be a slave in Egypt, how hard it was for the Jews who lived then to do all of that work in the hot sun and to be not given a lot of time to rest or relax or play or do any of the things that they wanted to do. And so we eat the bitter herbs as a reminder of that time, and that we also think about how lucky we are to be free and not to have to deal with that bitterness. Now, the third question is all about dipping. And we use this vegetable, which we've grown since Tu B'Shvat, since the holiday of the trees, called parsley. And you take a piece of parsley and you dip it 2 times in the salt water. And so our third question asks, why do we dip the parsley in the salt water? And the reason for that is because the salt water reminds us of the tears that the Jews who were slaves cried. They were sad. It was not an easy time. I know we all feel sad sometimes, and that's how they felt. And so we're reminded about how they felt and their feelings, and hopefully by being reminded about their feelings, we are able to be more loving and kind to people when they are feeling sad also. The fourth question has to do with this. A pillow. We are told that we have to actually lean and relax during our Passover Seder. And the reason for that is because when we were slaves in Egypt, we couldn't relax. So now we want to take extra time during our Seder to relax. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sing those 4 questions for you. And if you know it, you can join in. If not, you can listen a few times and get the hang of it and be able to read them yourselves. Ma nishtana halayla hazeh mikol haleilot, mikol haleilot, shebachol haleilot, anu ochlin hametu matzah, hametu matzah, halayla hazeh, kulo matzah, halayla hazeh, kulo matzah. Shebachol halelot, anu ochlin she'ar yirakot, halayla hazeh, maror, halayla hazeh, maror. The bitter vegetables we just sang about. Can you guys all make bitter faces? Number 3. Shebachol halelot, ein anu matbilin afilu pa'am echat, Halayla hazeh, shetefet amim. Halayla hazeh, shetefet amim. Now we're up to number 4. Shebachol halelot anu ochlin ben yoshvinu vein misubin. Ben yoshvinu vein misubin. Halayla hazeh, kulanu misubin. Halayla hazeh, kulanu misubin. So there are your 4 questions. I hope you'll have a chance to sing along and join in and be able to ask them at your Passover Seder. And the other really important thing to note is that asking questions is a wonderful thing to do during Passover. It's the Jewish thing to do during Passover. So any questions you have, make sure you ask them. And we can have a chance to even discuss some of those questions when we get back together after Passover. Shalom Haverim. Goodbye, my friends.